Today, the average city dweller sees 5,000 advertisements per day. The global marketing industry is worth a whopping $475 billion, and many experts agree the golden age of advertising is far from over. In fact, it's just getting started. At this point, everything from grocery carts to highways and the internet are already plastered in ads. So where else can marketers go? Product placement. Everyone has a price, even James Bond. In 2011, the latest James Bond film, Skyfall, featured the hero drinking Heineken, and it only cost the beer company $45 million to get Bond to turn down his usual martini for their beverage. Product placement is everywhere, and the winners are reaping the rewards. Take, for example, Apple, whose products appeared in 891 television shows, and the only thing they did was send out free products to the right places. Tapping into new senses. It's controversial, but it's happening, and it's right in your face. Scent dispensers are popping up at train stations, on buses, and more, dispelling scents along with advertisements. Dunkin' Donuts reported a 29% sales increase at locations situated near these scent marketing dispensers. Entertaining where no one has entertained before. Captive Media isn't about to let men using the restroom at a club just stand there. They've developed urine-controlled, hands-free, P-Stream-operated video games, which are installed in bathrooms to entertain and then advertise to men who answer nature's call.
So for 2013, my predicted trend is for tablet, and I would also say connected television as well. So with tablets, you have the two-screen experience, which is really fantastic. But connected TVs, because they're getting cheaper, I think they're going to be doing more. So we'll watch out for those in 2013.
It's mobile, it's video, transitioning from broadcast to multi-screen and to biddable display and biddable media.
I think the biggest trend in digital for 2013 is just the mass adoption of mobile, and how businesses respond to that and actually change their proposition around mobile, fundamentally change their proposition around mobile, will be the difference between those that win and lose.
And from a business perspective, a brand perspective, an advertiser perspective, the bit that I think is already happening but will really start to come to the fore in 2013 is we kind of ditch the stuffy corporate personality of old that brands have, and we reach this rich, warm human experience where we realise that, you know, the people behind the brands are just normal people like us.
The way that brands and media owners have been thinking about getting credit for what they spend online has evolved over the years. So at first it was just, you know, did you serve the ad? Then it has been, did someone click? And then it was, were you the last person that showed the ad? And the question now is actually, what's the fair way to credit everybody in the ecosystem fairly? And I think when we can crack that, actually, that will unlock a lot more of the spend that's been waiting to come online. So we think 2013 is the year for attribution.
The trends for digital in 2013 will be mobile will continue to grow. It's 132% growth year on year in 2012. So I imagine that's still going to grow in three figures. And that is crazy. You know, the mobile advertising will hit £1 billion in the next couple of years. No doubt about that. Video is a very important element of display. At the moment that's still growing at 45% year on year. We've got broadcast video and we have YouTube type video. That's highly engaging for brand advertisers.
Well, I think the first big trend is data and how people use it, and that goes along with kind of privacy and people's concerns about how their data is used. And I think you know, we're becoming a very kind of visual species. So people who are able to kind of visualize what they're talking about, those are the people that will succeed.
There are certain sectors I think you would say would be obvious that are going to lead the way, and I think the consumer brands, you know, if you look at what's happening today, they clearly are. But I don't think it will be limited to them, and I think others very quickly. And again, part of the gift of digital is it's quite accessible to a normal organisation, small, medium businesses. They can easily access this stuff, and again, it becomes more about the content, the creation, the talent, the creativity that you put into it, rather than the scale or how big your budget becomes. So I think you'll see same stuff that we've seen in consumer, some really compelling stuff. But I think we'll almost see a level of the playing field as we get more and more people, that stuff becomes within their grasp.
Sectors that are leading the pack are the ones which got in there in the first place. So finance, travel, technology, mobile phone salespeople, you know, they're already there. The interesting thing is that consumer goods, FMCG, food and drink, health and beauty and so on are actually the highest spending category in display. They just overtook finance by a smidgen in the first half of 2012.
I think it's all about content. For us, I mean, obviously I would say that, wouldn't I? Because I work for a company that delivers content. But, I think content and brilliant content is one of the things that's going to be really, really fast moving. And I think the development of all these different platforms, both television platforms and obviously mobile platforms, is really exciting. And I think there's going to be a lot of movement and growth in those areas.
I think the importance of experience design and web design will continue to grow. I don't see a decline in the importance of SEO. I don't see a decline in the importance. In fact, I would argue that there will soon be created a kind of breed of rock star experience design experts. Who just actually, because the difference you can make both to customer experience and to business results through relatively small interventions in that field just strikes me as amazing. It's an area where you can actually, generate 20, 30 million pounds worth of consumer value and business value in an afternoon.